Welcome to this tutorial for first-time teachers using the School Loop system. To get started, you want to go ahead and open up your school's website page. On the left-hand side, there's typically a login that once you press, it will redirect you to the School Loop login page. Go ahead and sign in. Typically, the login name and the passwords are the same login name and passwords used to access your school email. Once you've signed in, you'll be taken to School Loop's homepage, and there's lots of exciting tools that you can use to help you manage your classroom, but today we are only going to use the tools that require us to add an assignment, add a note to a grade, and then add stuff for parental resources. So on the school page, you'll see that all your classes are listed. So for instance, here's my biology class, my caseload, my earth science class, my physical science class, my reading class, and then I have a separate one for my TAs because all the grades are submitted separately. To get started, you want to go over to the current grade books, and you want to click on the subject that you want to go ahead and update. Today we're going to go ahead and use biology. Once you click on that, you'll actually be able to access all the periods in that subject. So for instance, I have biology 1st, 4th, and 5th. Students are typically arranged in alphabetical order unless they're added late to your class. After that, then they're added alphabetical order, but in the order that they came in. The first thing we're going to go ahead and do is learn how to add an assignment. So you want to go to the Add Assignment tab, click on that, and then a separate page will come up for that assignment. The best thing about School Loop is if you want to assign a worksheet or a project to one class and not your other classes in that same subject, that's what you can do. So for instance, let's say we just want to add periods 1 and 5 to this assignment. You just click period 1 and period 5. And the assignment will only come up in those two classes. If I wanted to go ahead and add all the classes, I would just hit the basic biology and all the classes would show up. So let's just do 2 classes. Now on the settings, you have an assignment date. You just click on the calendar, and a calendar will come up and you get to choose your date. So let's do tomorrow, and the due date will be another date. You put a point system. We'll make this assignment worth 25. Now in the category, you have to pick which category it'll fall in. Now if you look, I have all 7 categories used for all my classes. So you have to make sure that you choose the correct category because, for instance, I don't have Read 180 software in my biology classes, I just have it in my reading class. So for this one, we'll go ahead and we'll pick labs and projects. Now you get to publish it. So calendars is actually something that will show up on the parents page, but if you just want it to show up in your grade book, which kids and parents can access, then you're just going to hit grade book only. You go over to the right, and in the assignment area, you pick the title, and you type in the name of the title. We'll make ours a vocabulary matrix. In the body area, go ahead and click on that. It'll push your cursor down, but that's okay. And then I would suggest typing in a brief description of what the assignment is. When I usually add on an assignment, I give the task the students were given, and then I usually give a time frame. You can go ahead and put it in the time to complete box as well, but because it was greater than 1 period, I usually put the number of days. And we'll see that all of this is actually added onto the assignment, so parents and students can go ahead and view it. Once you do that, you go ahead and publish. and the assignment comes up. To add scores, all you do is you take your cursor, put it over, and start adding scores. Now, if you notice on top, older assignments have green bullets. That means that students and parents can go ahead and see these assignments. So for instance, I've graded these assignments, and if a student or a parent wants to know what their child's grade is, these are all included in their current grade. However, if it doesn't have a green bullet and it's just an X, I've inputted it, but it hasn't affected their grade. So in order to do that, what you need to do is you need to click the Save and Stay button, and then you need to go to the Publish button. Now if you notice, every assignment that has a green dot, I've published. So in order to change this X to a green dot, I'll go ahead and click in the box, and I'll hit Publish. This assignment now has a green bullet, and it's now been added and calculated into the student's actual grade. The second thing we're going to learn today is how to add a note to a grade. So for instance, let's see, David got a 20 on this assignment, and I want to let the parents know why he got a 20. So I go ahead and click on his name, and all of his assignments come up. It lists the category, the due date, the assignment, and then his score. And all you do is click in the comment, and you get to write a small comment. So for instance, I would say loss of points due to assignment being late. That way, when the parent or student logs in, they'll be able to see why he lost those 5 points. As always, you need to update. Go ahead and hit Save and Stay. It'll update, hit Save and Exit, and you'll go ahead and go back to that assignment. To change your class, all you do is go ahead and go to Current Gradebooks. Click on that, and it'll take you to that. Pretty simple. This website is more for students, but the parents are also able to access a website. To get to that, all you do is you go to Websites, and again, all your classes are listed. I'm going to go ahead and click on Basic Biology. And each class has their own site. There's different things on the site. You have your locker. This is where I put all my notes, my PowerPoint presentation. If I do any assignments that haven't been graded, but parents want to know about them, you can go to Current Assignments, Notes, News, and Calendar. So I generally put all of my PowerPoint presentations on. That way parents know exactly what we're learning about, and kids can use it to do work at home. So we went ahead and we did our digestive tract. Now in order to add these for parents and students to use, all you do is you go ahead and go to Save Resources, go to File, you're going to click on File. I'm going to go ahead and add my final exam review. I want to browse. I have to upload it, of course. This is saved on my computer. Click on Open. And then make sure you hit the upload. Even though it's in the box, it doesn't mean that it's added to your page. You have to hit upload. It'll take a couple seconds. This is a large file, so it might take a little while. And then on the left hand side in my locker, there's my final exam. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. and that file comes up. So parents can see exactly what we did in class, and then if students wanted to go ahead and review it before the test, they can go ahead and review it as well. And there you go. News. If you ever write anything and it's too short, all you have to do is hit the continue button, and it'll give the parent and the student the full message. Now for anything that you want to add, each box has a little plus sign to it, and you want to go to the plus sign that's above that topic. So for instance, current assignments would be up here, notes would be up here, and news would be up here. So let's go ahead and add that. Now we have a session called STEP, and kids are allowed to go ahead and come to school on Saturday and make up missed credits or make up absences. So I'm going to go ahead and add a message for that. Very similar to adding an assignment in the notebook. You just type your message. And the best thing about this is you can publish how often it shows up. So for instance, my date is March 1st, and the date that it gives me is up until Friday, the 28th. Well, I want to change that, and I want it to show the day afterwards. So that way, if parents, their kid says, well, we didn't have it yesterday or today, parents can go ahead and look on and they'll still see it. So it doesn't have to expire when that item is due or when that item is up. You go ahead and hit publish. And there's our new announcement. So this is a really good tool to keep parents connected and in the loop. They'll also be able to email you and talk to you on it. You can email your colleagues, and it's just very concise, and it's a great tool. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to showing more to you using SchoolLoop.